This is the news!
Hello and welcome to the Renegadeprof channel. I'm Alex of Bamford and today we're carrying on with the Yorkshire Arsenal fan series. So today we're going to be looking at the FIFA 20 ratings of the Arsenal players. Now I know what you're thinking, for the people who've seen George Benson football, didn't he do that? Yes. Yes he did. So let's start off with the goalkeepers. Leno is rated 84 and to be fair, that's pretty good. I think he's quite a good goalkeeper actually, so I think 84 is a very fair shout for him as a goalkeeper. I know he's made some silly mistakes before, but nothing compared to previous goalkeepers we've had. The second goalkeeper is rated 75 and that is Martinez. Fair enough, you know, he's not had much play time to be fair, but that's pretty good going, so I can't really complain with that. I think the goalkeepers are fair in my opinion. Let's move on to the defenders. So I'm also going to do the defenders that are the main ones and not the ones that are, you know, reserves of reserves or whatever. So, and the ones that are still playing for us as well. Let's start off with Maitland-Niles. He's rated 75, which I think he should be higher rated. I actually do rate him, but obviously he's young, so I get why he's 75. But I do think that he's probably going to get an upgrade next year. Let's be honest, because he's very good. So I think he does need a better upgrade. Looking at that, he's got 85 pace, but his shooting's apparently 59, which is a bit unfair. I think his shooting's way better than 59. That's quite soggy to be fair. He's definitely an upgrade on that. And physical 67, again I think he's more physical as well. Maybe go up to 75. But then again you have to keep it up with the rating of 75 overall, so they have to lower all the other stats. Moving on, Kieran Tierney. Or Tierney. I've seen him play for Celtic, he hasn't played for Arsenal yet, but I mean he was good for Celtic. He is rated 76, which I suppose is fair because the Scottish League is more like the Championship in our football. So a 76 rating makes sense if you're looking at the Championship ratings. So yeah, he'll probably get an upgrade again. 88 pace, but again, 59 shooting is a bit... I know he's a defender, but still, you know. But 81 physical is good going, so he'll probably get an upgrade. Moving on is one of my favourite centre-backs, Rob Holding. He has a rating of 76, which I do think he should be slightly higher, because I think he's quite a good player, he's quite quality. But he does have 73 physical, which I think he deserves a bit more. I know our defence isn't amazing, but still, he should be up to a 78 in my opinion. Moving on, Kolasinac. His overall rating is 79. I think that's quite fair, to be fair. His physical is 87 because he's a beast. Pace 75 as well. So it's not too bad. I think 79 is actually a fair thing for him. Especially since he was offside for the Tottenham game for no apparent reason. So 79 is fair. Moving on. Mustafi. Now, according to this website, I'm using Foothead. Mustafi's rating of a 79. However, I've seen him have an upgrade of 83. Which I do not understand how. Mustafi is probably one of the worst defenders I've ever seen. Bit harsh. But my god, is he terrible. But yeah, so if he's upgraded to 83, then EA clearly do not watch football. Moving on, Hector Bellerin. Of course, we haven't seen him much this season because he's been injured. Or at all this season, should I say, because we haven't seen him at all. But he's got an overall rating of 80. And he's got a 92 pace. He is very fast. He's actually one of the fastest players in the league. That's fair enough. I do think his physical should be higher than 66 because he does not go down too easy. I think a 70 would actually be a lot fairer. Next is our centre-back who we got for 10 mil, and that is David Luiz. David Luiz has an overall rating of 83. He has a defence of 82 and a physical of 77. Again, I think his physical should be a bit higher. But defence as 82 is good. I don't have much gripe with 83, I think that's a pretty good rating for him, to be fair. Now this is an unusual one, but centre-back 84, Socrates, is actually higher than David Luiz, which I would disagree with. I think it should be the other way around. I think David Luiz should be 84, Socrates should be 83. But hey, he has a 84 defence and 83 physical. So, yeah. I'm surprised that his defence is better than David Luiz's in my opinion. That's a bit shocking. Moving on to the midfielders. Centre mid, 67, Willock. he needs to be higher. He needs to be a gold and needs to be rated at least 75 because Willock is actually incredible. I know he's young, but I think he's amazing. His shooting is way better than 53, so, you know, I suppose they have to try and keep it fair in all the team, but that's not fair. Moving on to Chambers. Right, he's rated 75. Again, to be fair, I think his rating's fairly fair. Fairly fair, there we go. I don't actually want to describe that. Guendouzi, rated 75. Actually, this season he's been incredible, so he's definitely going to get an upgrade, I reckon. Definitely needs to be a shiny. Definitely needs to be 80 something now because of just how awesome he has been. That pass he did to Aubameyang with the Spurs game was incredible, so definitely deserves to be in the 80s and a shiny gold. Moving on to Elneny, he is rated 77. He's alright. I think that's fair for him because he doesn't really play too much. Yeah, I think it's a pretty fair rating for him. Here we go, one of my favourites. Xhaka, rated 81. You need a minus before the 81 for it to make any sense. No, I mean obviously he is a gold, but he should be 77. He should be downgraded. He should be sold. He shouldn't be playing for Arsenal. That's my opinion on that. Moving on. Mkhitaryan, he does not play for us anymore. He's on loan, so I won't bother with him. Moving on, Ceballos. He is rated 81 and he will definitely be getting an upgrade because his feet are like silk. He's very skilled as well. So he does have 84 dribbling on the card, so to be fair, that isn't too bad. That's pretty good. Although his pace is definitely worth more than 69, so he needs to go up than that. Moving on. Torreira. Torreira is rated at 82. Again, he's got 81 defence, 80 dribbling. But I think his physical needs to be slightly higher than 75. He's a bit of a tank. So I think, actually, he needs to be about an 83 for Torreira, to be fair. Because I think he's pretty decent. And then, of course, our new signing, who was worth 72 million. Pepe is rated 83. Which, to be fair, is not too bad on his stats because he's got 91 pace, I'd agree, so he's very pacey, and 81 shooting, which to be fair, in the last games his shooting ends up being extremely accurate, so I think that's pretty decent. 85 dribbling, I do think his dribbling needs to be higher. He was actually the first person to dribble past Van Dijk since, I think, March 2018. So actually his dribbling needs to be higher up on the stats. And then, our last midfielder on this list, Mesut Ozil. He was rated 84. Fairly decent 84 rating. I think he needs more pace, to be fair. He's got good dribbling and passing there, so that's the main thing. But I do think his pace needs to be higher, it's a bit on the pace. But yeah, that's fair enough. Usually German players on FIFA actually have a slower pace. That's something I discovered. That's why I never used them, I used to use Spanish leagues. Okay, moving on to the attackers. Nelson. Now Nelson is actually an incredible striker in my opinion for his youth. Obviously I have a big love for Nelson. I would have preferred him to come on instead of Mkhitaryan in the last London derby. It would have been better to have him on because I think he's actually better than Mkhitaryan in my opinion. That's why I'm not too upset that Mkhitaryan's gone on loan. I think it was to Rome, wasn't it? Yeah. So I don't really care about that. Moving on is Lacazette, obviously one of the best strikers we have. And he is rated 86. He's got 82 passing, 85 shooting, 86 dribbling, 74 physical. I think his shooting needs to be slightly higher, to be fair, because he does score cracking goals. I'd put his shooting up to at least like 87. But yeah, no, that's not too bad for Lacazette. Now this is the one I do have a problem with, and that is...
About who? About my what? About my blood client!
Now Aubameyang's at rated 88, and this is the thing. His shooting's 85. Now, the thing I don't get is he was one of the Golden Boot winners, so his shooting should actually be higher for the amount of goals that went in. So I'm confused to why his shooting's only 85. His shooting should be at least 88 or something. Think about it, if he's a Golden Boot winner, he's consistent at getting goals in, so his shooting's good. Should be 88. I don't have a qualm with the pace, there's 94 there. But for overall card, Aubameyang should be 89 or 90. So there you go, that was the ratings for the Ultimate Team, FIFA 20. It's not sponsored by FIFA 20 because I'm not that big of a YouTuber. I don't think they sponsor me anyway. Some of the ratings should have been higher, some of them were fair. Let me know what you think, fellow Arsenal fans, or people who aren't Arsenal fans, but you know, just have a knowledge with FIFA and other things. Let me know what you think, let me know what you think. Now, lastly, let me do a quick prediction for the Watford game. I won't be doing a big one because it's already a long video as it is. But obviously we're playing on Sunday. It's at home in Watford. What do I think the prediction's going to be? I reckon it will be 2-0. That is my prediction. And I think Aubameyang is going to get a goal in and Guendouzi will get a goal in. That is my prediction. So, there we go. I don't think there'll be any bookings or sending offs. I think it'll be a fairly clean game with a clean sheets apiece. That's my opinion. So there we go. That's it for today. That's today's video. I want to say that I hope that Willock will be on and not Xhaka. Because Xhaka better not play. Good night.